Hello, hello, hello! It's Miguel here, and welcome to another Speed Bill. Well, so this time I'm bringing you that bill that I've been speaking of since ages, like 3 speed bills ago. This is the one of the biggest bills that I ever did. And when I speak about big, I'm speaking about size and also detail, because I like pushed myself to the limit on this one. I guess I can say that. So this was actually after doing the Greek villa. I was like, okay, if I did a Greek one, why I didn't do a Japanese yet? Why? You know that I'm super into Japanese and Asia pop culture, like anime, J-pop, K-pop, and those kind of stuff. So I do watch anime, like I said, and some Studio Ghibli movies, and I guess that's where I got the main inspiration was on the Spirit Away was my first movie. I think I already said that. I don't know. I'm Dory. I have short-term memory issues, whatever you call it in English. I don't really know. Like I was saying, I think this is as a Studio Ghibli vibe. If you happen to watch Spirit Away, you will know what am I speaking of. Um, I must say that I really like how this turned out. I really do like how this turned out from the outside, not as much on the inside, but it's okay. It's not bad the inside. Um, and other thing that really helped me was going to Google also and search for Japanese villages. I got this river idea on the back. I got the drainage channels on the front of the houses from one of the pictures. If you don't know what does drainage channels serve for, they actually serve for conduct water until to a agriculture field where you plant stuff. I don't know if I'm making myself really clear, but I just searched that on Google before starting doing the voiceover, because I actually start building this without even knowing what that was, but that was in the picture, and those kind of stuff, those drainage channels actually happen to be on those animes that I used to watch when I was a little boy, a little gay boy. And I didn't ask myself what was that, but yeah, I decided to do a quick search before I start doing the voiceover. So you might asking yourself, why did I call this Matsu village? Of course, Matsu is a Japanese word, and it means pine tree. And since this is in the middle of the woods, I used the 64 by 64 lot on Granite Falls. So this is a rental. You can basically spend your vacations here. I don't know if the restaurant is going to work, but we are going to what does this build have in a second. And yeah, like Matsu village means pine tree, of course I would have to choose a Japanese name but with a meaning. Of course I had to search about it. I'm not fluent in Japanese, even though I know how to say some words because I had Japanese classes. Okay, now back. Actually, looking right now at the video, we are building a temple, because every village has a temple, I think so. So this is the temple. It's going to be used to be like a meditation room. I don't really knew, I didn't know at the time what to turn this temple into, so I decided to be a meditation room with a lot of cats, because you know, Japanese people love cats. And if you happen to know that really little statue, like you have a cat, like it says, it looks like he's waving to you. That's a story about a cat that gave fortune to a samurai, something like that. So cats are seen as a good fortune symbol on Japan. So I decided to put a cat almost everywhere. So now I'm doing the entrance. The village has two entrances, one of the on the front and one of the right if you are looking into the front entrance. So we have a lot of buildings here. If you go by the main entrance, on your left you have the residential side, where you have some little apartments. They are really small, and I must say I'm not sure if all of them are playable, because I did have to stuff the objects really close to each other in order to have the basics for a sim, but also to be able to fit them, because you know, I wanted to go with a Japanese small apartment theme. I watched, like I said, some stuff about Japan, and I know they have this really little minimalistic apartments, and I decided to go with that aesthetic. Okay, going a little bit back what's happening on the video right now. I decided that I didn't know at the time I was building this what to actually do on this really empty part. Then I remember that every village has its own festivities, and I decided to create a festival zone, or if you want to call it in Japanese, a Matsuri festival zone, where your sims can drink and dance, and you have some vending machines, you have some of those lights that are paper lights, I guess it's how you call them. Actually, the city living objects came and handy in this building. Like I said, we have like 4 apartments in total. 2 of them have 3 stories and 2 of them has only 2, and they have different sizes. They have almost the same objects, so I will only be showcasing one of them in this in this speed build because this video was ginormous, and I did tell you on my other videos that I end up always with 12 hours footage without being speed up. This time I got over 20 hours, and when I sped up everything I got 3 hours, and I actually think I was able to turn this video into 17 minutes, which is, I don't really know how I did this, but yeah, that's the main reason I actually did cut out of the speed build the rest of the apartments, because I think they will add nothing much to the speed build, and they are pretty much similar. So if you have any curiosity about how the other apartments look like, you can always download my village from my gallery. Okay, it's promotion time from my gallery. My gallery ID is OhMyDeers, just like my YouTube channel, Twitch channel, Instagram and Twitter. Yes, I'm so original like that. Okay, it's my brand, I have to stick to it. And yeah, so what else do we have in this lot besides the residential area and the festival area? We have on the right, we have the commercial zone, or at least I really like to call it that. We have a restaurant on the first building on the right. It has 3 stories, and I made it look like a Japanese restaurant. Everything is going to be Japanese themed in here. Actually, I had a lot of struggle with placing a kitchen over there, because don't ask me why, but the shape was really weird, and I was actually trying to make it pretty. Actually, I really like how the stairs can be stacked right like that. I think I knew about that, but I only felt like doing it on this building. Okay, so for now you're going to see how I built the kitchen. After that we are going to the grocery store, which is one of my favorite parts of the building, because I did spend a lot of time doing that, because I used a lot of by debug objects, and in this case the fruits and vegetables objects. But before a really quick life update. I've been really happy that I can actually keep YouTubing, Twitching, and do all of my stuff. I don't really have much of a social life right now, but everything is alright. I'm gonna apply to a new project on my office, and I'm really happy about that, because that means I would get a normal work schedule, and you have no idea how much tired am I. I was supposed to have tomorrow I will have the interview for my new job application that I'm doing right now, and I thought it was today. I was halfway to my office, halfway there to get the interview, when I don't notice that today was the 18th of September and not the 19th. So I was like, damn, now I have to go back. And I got a little bit annoyed, because I don't like to get out of house. I'm a really homey person. I only like to get out of my house if I do really have a strong reason to it, and work, of course, is one of them. If I'm having a day off, and if I don't have a good reason to go out, I prefer being at home, to be quite honest. By the way, I've been I'm doing a collab right now with Max Playground. I'm not going to reveal what it is, but I'm working on it and I hope I get to do that like soon enough, to finish that soon enough so she can work on her part as well. Okay, so now we are on the grocery shop, and as you can see, I decided to do a fruit, vegetables, whatever you want to call it, because I decided to mix them all together, even though the vegetables are not really next to the fruit, but I wanted to create this illusion, this green vegetables like fruits texture, and this took me a lot of time, because if you are actually seeing this with some detail, you see that I did a lot of jump cuts. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to show this in only one part. The next building that we are going to have, it's of course a karaoke bar or karaoke rooms, whatever you want to call it. They are nothing special, but they were so tiny that I actually didn't know what else to place in that, and like I said, I don't have any idea if the karaoke machines do work, because like I said, I don't really play test my builds. Okay, so now we are doing the spa. My main idea to do a spa was, I remember that the Japanese villages, sometimes they have like, how do you call it? A spring water? No, what is the name? Springs. I think they are springs. Hot springs, I think that's the name. And they usually have a big bathroom where they actually take baths all together, which is kind of weird for me, but at the same time I'm used to it, because like I said, I'm really familiar with the Japanese culture, and that's why I decided to create this spa, so it gives an idea of a hot spring area. I wanted to do like the bathhouse, the bathroom like they do, but it was a little bit difficult with only the objects that we have on the Sims 4, and I don't use CC, or I didn't use CC at this time. Yep. So now we are going to the cat cafe. Oh my god, I'm being able to speak about each division while I'm actually recording, so this is productive. I'm doing a cat cafe over here. I didn't really know what to do with this place, so I decided to do a cafe, but on Japan, of course, they do have a lot of different things, and they do have cat cafes. And what does that mean? Cat cafes are literally the name. You basically enter a cafe and you have kitties going around you. You can treat them, you can pet them, you can do everything as long as you treat them well, and you can do it that along at the same time you eat. Of course, for a lot of people that may not sound that hygienic, but it's nothing that we do actually have a cat cafe here in Portugal, and it was really cool, my first experience there, even though I got sick. Like I went there and the next day I was sick, so I don't even know what happened to me. So anyways, we are actually reaching the end of this video, I guess, and I don't really have anything else to do. I'm gonna keep working on videos for the channel to try to keep it active. I have a brand new build to come next week. The video is already edited. It's something different that I don't usually do, and it was an experience, and it turned out to be turned out quite well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this video so you can see more. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, if you want to know anything else about my private life, which is not that interesting, but you can follow me on Instagram. So thank you so much and see you next time. Bye bye.